Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Tarheel by Dark. Tonight we're in for something a little unique, as Annika, just as she's settling into her room in the hotel suite, receives a text message from an anonymous number. Emergency. Use Ekman's technology to get home now. Annika paused for a moment. She left the room, finding that for some reason she was the only one still around. A note on the table in the main room next to the TV remote read, "Push the power button." Upon doing so, she found herself pulled through a wormhole. Then, suddenly, in front of her own domain, the LWoD Island lighthouse. The door was open, though as she approached, she found that it had actually been ripped from its hinges. Pushing down her rage and vowing to murder the shit out of whoever damaged her domain, Annika entered, drawing her knife and making sure her gun was easily accessible. Behind the receptionist's desk, she found one of the young ladies she'd ghouled to help look after the place. "What's going on here?" The lady just stared back blankly. Annika reached for her shoulder, and she fell out of the chair into a limp pile on the floor. "Someone killed my ghoul." Annika's grip on her cane tightened, nearly splintering the wooden handle. Looking around, she saw that all 7 of her ghouls were dead. Well, with the exception of one who was trying to crawl towards her. "Annika, please forgive us. We tried to keep the lighthouse safe." "Sarah, what happened here?" The ghoul sighed. "It was Tyson. He convinced Biltmore to kill Prince Josiah." "What?" "They fought here in the lighthouse. Tyson dominated the hell out of Biltmore, and then when he'd killed Prince Josiah, Tyson murdered him too." "Where is Tyson now?" As the ghoul shook her head, Annika's phone vibrated. Another unknown number, the text this time reading, "Speed dial number 3 to get to Duke University." Annika knelt beside Sarah. "You're not going to make it. Do you want me to embrace you?" Sarah shook her head. "My great-great-grandmother was your best friend and your first ghoul. I haven't got any children who would miss me. Just help me pass in peace." "How much help do you need?" 10 minutes later, Annika was standing outside Duke University. A burlap-wrapped packet dropped from the general direction of the roof. Annika picked it up, finding a note stapled to the outside, reading, "Look in the trophy cabinet in the Student Society building." Annika unwrapped the packet, then immediately dropped it in shock. The severed testicles that had been delicately wrapped inside bounced off into the night. Without even stopping to compose herself, she ran as fast as she could into the Student Society building. Inside said trophy case was Dr. Ekman, his body horribly mutilated. The only way to describe it, really, would be that anything that should have been inside was now outside. He was still alive, but staked through the heart and tortured. Annika fumbled with the lock on the trophy case, trying to control her dry heaving. Had she been able to vomit, she most certainly would have. All she knew for now was that she had to pull Dr. Ekman out of that case and put an end to his suffering. She stopped suddenly, sniffing the air. There was a familiar scent in the room, a certain brand of laundry soap, mixed with old books. She turned around, and Tyson smiled back at her, a look of pure evil in his eyes. He stepped forward, as Annika, screaming in a mix of terror and rage, lunged forward and off the end of the bed.